we are going to go ahead and keep this thing moving. Before we do, gotta shout out my guy who is one of the hosts of Washington Football Weekly, one of the sponsors to this show. He's a handyman, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anton Benton. We will be right back with you after this.
Hey there, ladies and gents. Your local handyman, Anton Benton, here to help you with your problems. I'm here right now on the job site, taking out whole kitchen cabinets. A little bit more work to do, but if you got a project at your house that you need to get completed, I'm your guy to finish it up for you. Give me a call, let me know what you need to get done.
Your new company, man. Shout out to your new company. Go ahead and tell the world about your new company real quick.
Oh boy. So marketing Anton Benton Pros.
Yes.
Doing everything from plumbing to electrical to making huge decks to doing closets.
Yes.
Doing it all. Doing it all.
That's what's up, man. I'm super happy
Thank
for
you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, buddies, my guy, Mr. Anton Benton. He's a handyman, man. He travels, does kitchens, does floors, does decks in the backyard, playground equipment, the whole nine. Definitely get in contact with him. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us. I am one of the hosts, Mr. Sean Spencer, along with the lovely Kate Alverson and my guy, Mr. Alex Loosemore, and we are Let's Talk College Football. And hey, guys, I mean, it's getting kind of crazy out here in college football. We talked about the movement of the teams and the conferences, but a couple years ago, this name, image, and likeness thing came on the scene, and I mean, it's changed the landscape of college football. Alex, I'm coming to you first. I mean, where are we? You know what I mean? Like,
we're all over the place depending which school you look at. You've got Ohio State with their head coach going to boosters and saying, hey, we need $13 million a year to field the team we have now. You've got, like we said, Jalen Rashada signing a $9.5 million NIL deal, getting more this year than the number one overall pick in last year's NFL draft.
Yeah.
Like, we've got certain kids that are looking at it like, I can't remember his first name, but Moore, he just committed to Oregon. He was the number
Dante Moore.
Dante Moore,
Yeah, we lost him because of it.
He completely ignored NIL meetings prior to signing. He signed with Oregon and then talked NIL. It was, I don't want to talk about money. I don't care about the money yet. Let's find out where I want to play, and then we can talk money. Yep. You've got Michigan, for example, saying we're not gonna pay you right off the bat, but if you play well, we'll do the name, image, likeness with you. It's kind of interesting to see how many different strategies there are, both with players and with schools.
Yeah, and that's where I think it is, and that's where you go back to some of these guys in high school getting paid. We'll bring that out a little bit.
Yeah.
But Kate, what does this mean? Now, first and foremost, and I'm going to bring this to you this way, Kate. Let's not act like this has not been going on for as long as there were boosters associated with high school programs.
Oh, it definitely has.
Yeah.
Look at Chris Webber with Ed Martin, to mention Michigan. Those two were connected well before Chris Webber came to Michigan, and it's unfortunate what happened with all of that, because now it would be normal. It'd be okay. Mm-hmm. We could hang banners back up. Look at Reggie Bush with USC. He could probably have his Heisman Trophy. So it's been going on in the background of college sports, I feel, for a long time. And some got caught. Some probably will never know what happened because it wasn't brought to light. But the landscape of how it's changing things is just something. I don't know if I like it
Mhm.
because I feel it's like you go to the NFL to earn your as we call it in our community, in our family, the bag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And getting the bag this early, what are you teaching these young men about hard work, dedication, playing to get your spot in the draft and get your spot on those football teams at the next level. So, and it's sad that, like Michigan, Harbaugh's like, I want my players to come to our school because of our reputation, because of our program, because of our team, because we're Michigan, not because we're going to give you $10 million, a Ferrari, and a mansion to come play for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We want you to come based on that you want to be at Ann Arbor, you want to be at the big house playing football, not because of all those. And anyway, and then you look at these $9.5 million deals and that this college player is going to be making what, like Anthony said, Nick Saban. And I'm like, how is that fair to Nick Saban? How is that fair to all of these people that put their blood, sweat, and tears into these programs to make these kids better? And these kids are just like, show me the money.
Mm.
It's going to show the character of a lot of these kids right off the bat.
Right.
That's what it's going to do.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
then it's like the one and done. I'm leaving college basketball. I'm leaving this because my family needs the money. Well, the family's going to have the money well before he even gets to the NFL. And so I don't like it because women's, if the kid gets all this money and then goes to play and has a season-ending injury or a career-ending injury, and they say if you try to go back on that field, you're never going to play again. And so there's so much tied to it that, maybe you come and you can get endorsements from the community, the boosters, you can get it from dealerships, because I know a few Michigan football players have dealerships sponsoring their seasons. But I think you got to earn it.
No.
Yeah.
You're a high school player coming off your high school career.
Right.
What have you shown in college football to say you deserve that?
Right. Absolutely. And they're getting paid. And look, and it was actually a great point that was made over on This Week in SEC with Anthony Handy and Colin when they were talking about this. And you have these guys getting X 9.5 in high school, getting that then it becomes, like you were saying, Kate, what is your motivation? It used to be your motivation in high school was to get to college, get to the best college, or at least get the best opportunity to get your talents on tape so that you could maybe get an opportunity to play in the pros. So then you can eventually get that bag, to get that contract. Then, there were some stories. If anybody see the 30 for 30 Pony Excess about the SMU team with Eric Dickerson and Craig James and all the money they were getting, there were some stories about people still getting money and then going to the pros. And some people said Eric Dickerson took a pay cut when he came to the NFL. You know what I mean? And players that were that good, I get that. But now you have these type of situations where and I've heard of high school players getting looked at and maybe getting a scholarship in 8th grade or some, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you have this where they're getting signed, then, I don't know. And I asked them, I said, I don't know when exactly these kids are getting the money, but why do I even need to go play college ball now? Why do I need to do any of that? I don't know if and that's something I think we should dive into is when does it take effect? Do you have to play your first game? How much you getting? Whatever. But if I'm handed a check for 9 point, we're good. I did what I had to do.
I wonder if it's almost like game checks in the NFL. Maybe if it's over the year, you get 9.5 million, but you have to play all the games to get that 9.5 million.
Right.
Maybe it's something like that. I haven't looked into it enough to know exact answer, but to me, that's the one that makes the most sense.
And then you're going to have players, though, what do I get guaranteed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then there's the guaranteed money that all these athletes want.
Yep.
So these high school kids who haven't played one snap of college football are going to want 3.8 of that guaranteed.
Yep.
Or maybe it is all guaranteed and it just comes out weekly like that, or like there's got to be some way.
Isn't it crazy that we're talking about high school players signing almost like a college contract?
Yeah.
And there's got to be negotiations and terms and
I
never thought I'd see the day.
All you high school players, I want y'all to go to Bobby Bonilla, Ken Griffey Jr., figure out how they did, and just you backload and just push it back.
And Ricky Pietro as well.
Oh, Bobby Bonilla,
you'll be getting paid for years.
He's still getting paid.
Still getting paid. Okay? Trust me.
There's a Bobby Bonilla Day now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So definitely trust me on that. But this is absolutely outlandish. I mean, if I would have thought there was even an opportunity for me to get paid like $20 to play a game, I would have been like, oh my God, I just love playing.
Where do I sign? Yeah.
Right. I would have been like, I'm down, whatever, I'll do this. You know what I mean? But let alone 9.5 million or anything like that. That's woo. What 2022, man. This is you can
see what some of the big players at Michigan, what they're driving around in now, and it's crazy to see some of these cars that they're driving around based on their NIL deals and their sponsorships. And
CJ Stroud, the quarterback for Ohio State, got gifted a G-Wagon. Like,
gifted.
Yeah. Oh, you should see what Blake Corum's driving right now. It's crazy.
Oh
man.
And then one of our players is driving a Lambo around campus.
Gifted.
Yeah.
I've done some nice things in my time. I've never been gifted.
I've maybe been gifted a $25 Amazon card.
Right. Yeah. And I'm like, yes, there's so much I can spend on this.
Thinking you hit the jackpot.
Right. Gifted. Wow. That's it for me. Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see how it all plays out. But yeah, they're getting paid, and it's quite interesting. We're gonna have to get I think one of the things Anthony was saying needs to have like a regulatory committee where we can get in on it right away. The NCC needs to put a cap on it, limits, who's getting paid, where, how many years you have to play, what's the deal, and get all this stuff out there so it's not just money flying every which way. Like if you're gonna get in charge of this thing, you need to get in hold of it now, so it's
before
not
it gets even more out of hand. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And it needs to happen sooner than later.
Absolutely.
Because then people are gonna be like, "Can you grandfather this part in, or can you grandfather that part in?"
Yeah.
And
I
was already in talks when you made this rule, and
right. Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.